Hello, everyone. My name is Linés Altamar Garcia. I am a student of the course Testing and Evaluation in ELT. And for today, I will talk about the digital resource that I designed from phase 2 and phase 5 with help of my partners in the virtual Canvas tool called Trends in the Evaluation of English Language Teaching, Training Skills in Students and Teachers at the same time. So let's continue with our presentation. Introduction. English language teaching assessment has undergone significant transformation over the past few decades. These changes reflect a growing understanding of the need to not only assess student language proficiency, but also to improve educator teaching practice. This dual focus on students and teacher competencies is critical to fostering a more effective and holistic learning environment. General information. The course highlights innovative methodology that improve the quality of English language teaching with an emphasis on inclusion and equality at the same time. Trends such as personalized learning and the use of technology will align perfectly with the main objectives of the course. Learning objectives. This is all learning objectives that we make for this digital resource. Number one, develop English language skills. That is an important learning object, and for us, this is most important. Number two, encourage active student participation. Number three, strengthen teachers' pedagogical strategies. Number four, develop critical thinking and creativity in English. Number five, promote an inclusive learning environment. And number six, continually assess and adjust progress. Justification. English language teaching assessment has evolved significantly over the past decades. How I mentioned before, this process not only focuses on measuring students' knowledge, but also aims to improve the competencies of both students and teachers. What does this mean? The evolution of English language teaching assessment has had a profound and multifaceted impact for today on both students and teachers, and that is the main reason for we are create this digital resource for evaluate the abilities for teacher in training and students at the same time. Let's continue. Futures. For this digital resource, we create four futures. Number one, formative assessment. Number two, technology integration. Number three, ongoing professional development for teachers. Number four, focus on competencies and skills. So for this digital resource, we make a component with SDG. So we work with three modules. For this presentation, we bring three modules. In this case, module number one align with SDG 4, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. And this is an activity that we create for our digital resource. It's an pedagogical, dynamic, and entertainment activity based on the SDG number 4. Its name is Align with SDG for industry, innovation, and infrastructure. The platform that we use is Educa Play. Let's continue. Importance of SDG for quality education. SDG 4 seeks to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. This goal is essential because education is a key tool to eradicate poverty and inequality, foster economic and social development, and empower people to participate fully and meaningfully in their communities. Let's continue. This is our second model that we choose for work for this digital resource, aligned with SDG 10 reduce inequality. The SDG 10 reduce inequality is impacted by 28.4% of the budget programs, reflecting three positive impacts in the last one of the years, considered 20 negative impacts on the same temporary nature and two negative impacts retraded in the 2 years period. And this is a video that we choose for our digital resource and where we talk about objetivos de desarrollo sostenible para niños y también para que los adultos aprendan acerca de la importancia que cada uno de ellos tiene, pero en especial igualdad de género, gender inequality. So let's continue with our presentation. This is another video based on the reduced inequality on SDG themes, and where, how I say before, we talk about gender inequality and rights, fairness, freedom, and power. Let's continue. Resource customization and inclusively challenging activity. This is an activity that we make based on the SDG themes, reduce inequalities, and also it contains about that SDG. And finally, our third module aligned with SDG 17, Partnership for the Goals. Importance. SDG 17 promotes collaboration and cooperation between countries, organizations, and sectors. This approach is essential to address complex global problems such as climate change, poverty, and equality, which cannot be solved in isolation. This is important partnerships for the goals. So for now, we are make we make sorry two questions for this digital resource for half count. Number one, what is the importance of creating an educational resource based on the SDG that promotes the transformation and teaching of English learning for both teachers and students? This is an important question that we make us for all of us. And for answer this question, we have account 3 points. Point number one, promoting quality education based on the SDG 4. Point number two, promoting sustainable and global awareness. And point number three, inclusion and equality. Next, This is another video about we are talk about all in sustainable development goals and what this means everyone and what is this importance for everyone and for all too. So in this video we are talk how I said before what are SDG. I'm we are mentioning all SDG and what are they and what is the importance the all. Next question. What kind of impact will an educational research based on the SDG and improvement English skills in students and teachers have on a community, whether educational or a community in general? Impact on the educational community. Improving educational quality and development of language skills and critical thinking. Impact on the community at large. So this is an important impact that we have believe that our digital research have for all person that realize it. I mean students, adolescents, adults, and teachers in training process for community awareness and action and sustainable development. Sustainable practice, economic empowerment, raising awareness of global challenges, and mobilizing for action. In conclusion, English language teaching assessment has evolved significantly in recent years, reflecting a deeper understanding of the need to strengthen the skills of both students and teachers. This evaluation not only improves that equality of education, but also has a lasting and positive impact on pedagogical practice and language learning, as current trends in assessment, such as formative assessment and the use of technology, allow for continuous monitoring of student progress. John Haley, in his work Visible Learning, argues that effective feedback is one of the most powerful influence on learning achievement. Haiti 29. What does this mean? For finish my presentation, through this research, we can achieve several things like number one, improve the quality education that I mentioned in another diapositive. Number two, generate a positive impact on pedagogical practice. And for me, that is an important point that I can mention in conclusion. And number three, strengthening the skills of students and teachers. Number four, the last, use a technology to see the progress for teacher and students at the same time. And our reference, bibliographic reference for we can make this presentation. So thank you so much for all your attention in my explanation and presentation about our mock designed from phase 2 to phase 5. Thank you so much and goodbye.